Good evening. I'm Park Song. Are you thinking about the global warming seriously? More than we think, the global warming is an increase its impacts on our daily lives, such as the ecosystem change or extreme weather. But I have a question. Why haven't we been putting so much effort into this? In my opinion, the main reason is that people don't think the climate change crisis is urgent because they don't know how serious climate change is. If you go to comments of climate change news clips posted on YouTube, you can see this comment frequently. I had no idea that climate change could be this serious. Yes, looking at this comment, I think that even though a lot of data and figures warn us, there is not yet a real crisis in front of us. So, we have not put it into action. Let me explain precisely the crisis we are facing. Not long ago, we did a project for the first graders in our school. The theme was a project to build a future ecosystem. It was a project to think about how to protect the environment from many issues or climate change. So, we, my team, are participating in this project with global warming as the keyword. Are you familiar with the RSP scenario? This is a simulation that predicts the global average temperature by 2100 by analyzing greenhouse gases. In 2015, by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change called IPCC, which is a climate change consultative body. So the graph looks like this. If we reduce the carbon emission, the global temperature will rise 4.5 degrees in 2100. But we don't. The global temperature will increase 9.5 degrees Celsius in 2100. It seems like a small number, but it is a large number. These 5 degrees will change the glaciers to water, which will lead to sea level rise. Our team made a function using Python to know how much sea level rise by temperatures in the RSP scenario. Look at the function. You can see the text V, D, R, H, and C. It each means Antarctic ice volume, density, latent heat, convective heat transfer coefficient, Antarctic surface area, and the specific heat. Then the variable is R and delta T. R means a result that is expressed as the volume of the melted glacier in a year. In addition, delta T means an amount of temperature change. According to this equation, the red area means the ice absorbs the heat from the atmosphere, and the blue area means the amount of heat to change ice to water. As a result, by converting this to units and doing some calculation, you can get the amount of sea level rising. Yes! Yes, this is the result graph. You can see the x-axis shows the years from 2025 to 2050, and the y-axis shows the amount of sea level rise. The blue line represented 4.5 RCP scenario, and the red line represented 8.5 RCP scenario. You can see red line is generally higher than blue line. So it means that if we don't work to reduce carbon emission, the sea level is approaching us faster. If the figures are predictable, the sea level will increase by 23.4 centimeters by 2050. This is a very scary number. This is a graph about when the average global temperature rises by 4 degrees Celsius. Surprisingly, this is the simulation provided by Google Earth. It is the same condition as RCP 8.5. You can see rising sea levels will lead to submerging on areas of 2.9 million people in New York. There are effects also in China, England, India, and Nigeria. What is the common these cities? The answer is they are around the sea. So Korea is no exception. For example, 19 areas of the Korean peninsula, including Seongdo, Incheon, and Busan, will have a risk of flooding. Maybe in the future, when we go to work, we may go to there not by car, but by boat. It sounds like so funny things because I will say 1, 2, 1, 2, don't stop, 1, 2, 1, 2. Don't laugh. Will be reality in 2050. Now, you cannot deny that global warming is now urgent, and you must know that. You have no excuse for not trying to avoid climate change. So all of us should, no, must do for climate change from now and from here. I know it seems like a boring saying, but now is the time to reduce convenient choices. After my presentation, other students will say many things and give you many requirements. You must start right now. Don't forget, you are the owner. Also, I am the owner. We are the owner of the earth. So we are responsible for the earth. Don't forget, we are the owner. Thank you.